Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 11 review of the Euro Snus playlist. The last review of this playlist and the playlist itself will be in pop-ups at the end of this video, towards the end anyway. Anyway, we will be taking a look at this guy. This is another Artisan product. Artisan is a collaboration between the Snus Factory and Snoopy of Arkansas. For those that are aware of him, he had a channel on YouTube until recently. Thanks, YouTube. So this is the fourth and final product from the line. Okay, so there was the French vanilla, there was the espresso, there was the original portion signature blend, and this is the white portion signature blend. So let's take it to the desk. Okay, and here we are. So what you are looking at is a European tin can of snus. That is a plastic can with a plastic lid with a sticker on it. That is their standard. They don't do metal lids really, with the exception of a couple products. I have pretty good sourcing saying that is actually a portrait of Snoopy in the little circle at the top there. The background is, I'm guessing, a tobacco leaf or plant, but it seems a little different to me, but that's most likely what it would be, I would imagine. It is white portion, as denoted in the middle there above Artisan, and it is by Snoopy, which is denoted right off to the side, signature blend. So what I'm expecting here is basically along the same lines as the last signature blend, only in a white portion. And that is important, the white portion part, because that means this is a lot drier product, but you will be seeing that momentarily. So you have signature blend, and you have a scrunched Swedish warning label up top there going around basically the entirety of the can. White portion Artisan by Snoopy, and then you have tobacco origin being Guatemala, India, and USA. Strength is stark, which is strong. I actually sort of knew that through the reviews. I was sort of goofing off, but I think people actually took me seriously because my humor is drier than the driest Thanksgiving Day turkey you have ever had. Approved by Chad Jones, which would be the actual name of Snoopy, and then back around to signature blend. On the back, we have another Swedish warning label. We have Artisan signature white in the middle. Snus 16-gram tin, 20 portions. It is strong, and the portions are large. It has ingredients there underneath signature white, and then it has made in Sweden by the Snus Factory, Sweden. All right. Batch number, don't need it because they have a manufactured on and a best before date. Manufactured on is August 10th, 2022, and it's best before August 10th, you guessed it, 2023. And then a bar label, which they seem like they're all running together, the bars. I guess that'll be okay. I guess something will scan that, and if not, Snoopy will find out otherwise. Anyway, on the back here, you have the catch lid. It is on the back, and it has, which is hard to see on this one because it's white, the Snus Factory, Sweden. And the packaging is recyclable. It is recyclable designation number 5. Right there. You see that? Look at it. It's like it's glowing. Anyway, catch lid on the back. Pretty cool. Threw me on the first one, but you're not getting me again, Snoopy. Anyway, so let's go around the banding here, and I think somebody said maybe it was perforated. It cuts real easy, like real easy, and there you go. Now you will immediately notice that this pouch material is white. That's because this is a drier portion and the pouch material has not been stained by tobacco. In the previous products, their pouches would have also been this color before the staining. And when I say staining, you can see a little bit of it. There is some staining going on the end seams for whatever reason. All right. The pouches are the same as the others, but even to the touch, they are dry. All right. And since we did it with the last one, you watch the last video to see what happened when I did that. It was truly amazing by Snus standards in my mind. So you have a lot drier product. The product is set up, although it is a little bit thinner and longer, it is basically set up as your standard dip pouch. Okay, 2 end seams and one running the length of the pouch on one side, the other side being like that. This pouch material is very comfortable and it is very porous. They're not breaking open or anything like that, but it lets a lot of flavor through. However, that said, for those that are not in the know, a dry portion, the flavor is going to, and you know what? Let me get this in now. Now that I mentioned that, it's going to take a lot longer to come through the flavor. Nicotine will be contact area, and that could take slightly longer, but really the white portion is for people that don't want basically any byproduct, any saliva buildup in the mouth. They want contact nicotine in the area and maybe a slight background flavor, and that's about it. All right, so that is what it's looking like, and I'm going to pause this again and we will go back up top for my thoughts, but I'm going to leave it paused for a minute or two just to see what's going on flavor wise with this. Back in a moment. And just to highlight, we are still waiting for the flavor aspect to come through. Mind you, and do note when I give my opinion at the end that it's supposed to be like this. It's the nature of the product. The product is meant to be dry, and because of it being meant to be dry, it takes longer for the flavor to get going. I'll be back in a moment. And a few minutes later, we are back. So this is the gist of this. The product is basically a much drier version as far as I can tell. And it's hard to tell because the flavor is it's muted. It's basically sort of the same flavor profile as the previous product, which will be popping up somewhere towards the end of this video. What I'm getting out of it, very little saliva moving. Now, I do have it up top. Like zero saliva. I did get a nicotine contact feel in the area that I had it. And it was pretty strong by Snus standards. So the nicotine is there, and the product is of high quality. All right. But from my standpoint, and probably most of the people that are dippers, you want to go with the product that's popping up at the end of this. If you decide to go with anything at all, all right? This is not an attempt to me to sell anything, you know. This is just a straight review. And I say that because the moisture level of that is higher, all right? And it produces more saliva byproduct. And that is something that dippers are going to be looking for. All right. Now, for some reason, if you're trying to stay real low key under the radar and want actually a tobacco product that you don't have to spit and you don't feel like you need to spit, then a white portion like this is exactly what you're looking for and what I would most likely go with myself. I am not a fan of the nicotine pouches. I have reviewed some. I will review more, but I am not a fan. Okay. And as little flavor as I feel is coming through with this product, it's still a lot more than most of those pouch products, those nicotine pouches. So this is what you want to go with. Now, I'm putting it up top just as a nod to the snus community, which put up top. You could put this down bottom, get the same nicotine effect, and it may produce more flavor. But the snus community is not looking to produce more byproduct. They are looking to keep it discreet and the flavors to be within European likes and dislikes, within the likes of Europe. And that is just what most Americans would consider sort of a meh flavor profile. All right. So for me, the product is quality. Okay. The whole line has been quality. But the dry portion, and I knew this before I even did the first review, the dry portion is just not suited to me. That is my own personal thing that, that should not be reflected on the product. All right. I only tell you this if you think your own personal likes and dislikes align with mine. That's how you should judge it. The product itself is quality. The whole, the presentation, the packaging, it's all quality. And really at this point, after doing 3 other and now this, the 4th review, there was never any question in my mind that the product was going to be quality or not. It is, and I do not think Snoopy would have gotten involved with something that was even questionable. All right. As soon as I heard he was doing this, I knew it was going to be set up well. Now, as it's turned out, it's really, really good. The whole line is excellent. But I have preferences, and my preferences would lean towards the product with a lot more moisture. And the original, which will be popping up, the original portion signature, or the 2 before that, the espresso or the dark vanilla, they had a lot of moisture, like a surprising amount. Like, I was like, wow, geez, okay. This, just to throw in here at the end, because I did mention it, is basically a drier version of the one that's going to be popping up. Okay. It is a natural by Euro snus standards. It's not real salty. The flavor's not like crazy, but it is somewhat, I almost want to say it's sort of like a rustica, like it's probably air cured tobacco, but it has a bit of a dark aspect. Keep in mind, not dark fired. All right. I'm talking leaf type actually. Anyway, this has been my review of Artisan White Portion by Snoopy in collaboration with the Snus Factory, Sweden. The whole line should be checked out. You can go to artisansnus.com to see where you can buy it. You can't buy it right from that website, but they do have where you can buy it from. If you've ever been interested in snus, even if it's passing and you can't, nobody carries General around you, definitely want to check it out. It's quality stuff, and it's worth a try. Anyway, I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do hope you all are well. Thank you for watching this. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.